Hey guys, welcome back to this place. And if you are new, welcome here for the very first time. I'm Carmen. This little sleeping boy is Loki. And today we are watching season 4, episode 9 of For All Mankind. And also, my new setup is not quite complete, but I want to put more pictures back here. But do we love it? I love it. Anyway, so last time on For All Mankind, we sort of left off with the two big things are Margot is in trouble, and also how is Sam going to actually switch out the ComSat, because they said it's going to take like 20 minutes or something, and she's surrounded by a lot of people. And like she's going to have to like unscrew it and like take it out and then put a whole new one in. So that is sort of the mystery. I'm not going to ramble too much before we start this episode. That's sort of the highlights of where we are. So let's find out where we're going to go in this one.
Sam's been on Ranger for a month. She should have replaced it with ours already.
If she doesn't get that discriminator up and running in the next 48 hours.
Goldilocks burns for Earth. There's nothing we can do to stop it.
Damn. I didn't realize she had that much time, though.
In all respects.
Okay, so she's gonna
check shows no failures.
maybe sabotage it so that it can be changed, and then that's what's gonna let her swap it out, because this one's gonna have like a malfunction, and then that's gonna be like the extra. That's my guess. Honestly, I don't quite know what I even want to happen. Like, I don't...
Any data yet on what's producing the methane?
Could be deep subsurface volcanic activity, or better yet, Holy Grail.
Life.
Methanogenic bacteria. Life.
That would be a discovery.
I'll be right back. I just got a couple things I gotta take care of.
With my dad?
She been noticing? She been seeing? She is suspicious. She's like, I see something.
My wife, what is your status?
It's complicated.
Tell me. She is not safe.
Well, like I said before, things are in motion. We've got a good plan now to get her out of North Korea, but sneaking her onto a Helios transport launch, well, that's even more complicated.
Lee, don't you see what we're doing here? This asteroid is going to secure the future for Mars for you and your wife.
I mean, hopefully. I feel like y'all are just lying to this man.
I need you to get this to Sergey. I want a fresh pair of eyes on these dispersal trajectories. We need to be completely certain that we've accounted for the worst possible case before we pitch the powers that be.
But we have to do this face to face.
Ooh, okay.
Where? They're watching me 24/7.
Maybe...
We can meet at my house.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Tell them
Elena's
we're
house.
working on this here.
That's risky.
Any
What
riskier
part
than
of this isn't?
what you've been doing this whole time? I mean... Am I correct in assuming that y'all are plotting to get her out of Russia? That's not without risk.
당연히 고장 안 나가서 일이 개판인데.
저희가 처리해 보겠습니다. 대장님이 안 하셔도.
잠깐만.
Oh. Oh, did they find out? They're gonna think
이게 뭐야?
they're gonna think it's like the United States or Russia or something, right?
이 니제 첩보 장치가 우리 이민공화국 고유 영토에서 발견됐시오.
Yep.
이런
I thought
말도 안 되는 일을 설명해 보시라.
I take it you found this thing in your complex?
This cause static on screen.
What screen?
무슨 화면인지 알고 싶어 합니다.
You found this, hooked up to the system you use to spy on us.
우리 조선 이민공화국은 누가 그랬는지 간에
she's not wrong.
처벌을 요구한다고 하라.
Commander Cho demand you investigate.
I'm happy to help, but it would mean that we need to come into your complex to see where the device was discovered.
우리 모조석에 그쪽 사람들을 보내서 찾아보겠답니다.
안 돼. 우리 구역엔 절대 침범 불허한다. 조선인민공화국 침범 땐 엄청난 결과가 있을 것이야.
I don't have time for this right now. All right? Can't this wait until after the asteroid mission?
대장님께서 불편하게 해서 죄송하시답니다.
In the meantime, I can track this down. It's got a NASA serial number. That's the best I can do.
나사에 우리 요구사항을 꼭 전달하겠답니다.
시간 끌고 있어. 당장 헬리오스 기술자인 마일스 데이를 잡아다가 신문하라. 우리 모듈에 방문한 자는 그 사람밖에 없어.
Miles Dale.
Ooh, yep. She heard that.
Miss Talmadge? Yes, Commander? I have a part I need you to track down. See where it came from, who had access, immediately.
Aye, aye, Commander.
I know you hate Star Trek, but you better get used to it because I'm gonna make sure that my grandbaby is a full-blown Trekkie.
Good.
That's right. We're gonna watch all the series, all 3 of them, and the Twilight Zone and the Bob Newhart show.
She better make sure that baby's a Trekkie.
Thank you for coming.
Of course.
Wonder where his wife thinks he is.
Shall we get started?
Just out of curiosity. He's a high school science teacher. It's not like he needs to travel.
Have you thought more about my idea?
Oh.
Us leaving.
Oh, us? He said,
I haven't had much time.
fuck my wife.
We've just still got so much to do.
Once this asteroid is on course for Earth, Irina Morozova will order you back to Moscow. And we will never see each other again.
You don't know that. There may be other opportunities.
No, there will not.
Yeah, I would highly doubt that as well.
You and I, we could help build Brazil into a major space power.
Sounds nice, but sounds risky. Like, they're cute. I've always liked them together, but, like, he's married now. No? Did he forget?
You think someone wants to sabotage the asteroid mission?
You should assume so. There's too much at stake to turn a blind eye to this.
Here we are, on the cusp of transforming the lives of over 6 billion people for the better. And a handful of anarchists want to blow it all up?
Well, they actually
Why?
just want to keep Mars, like, important.
So what, the KGB and CIA are working hand in hand now?
Just like you did for Apollo Soyuz. Yes, that was very courageous.
Well, we are all aware how important Goldilocks is to our 2 countries, which is why we gotta get to the bottom of this.
Ed and them might be in a lot of trouble.
Search team's tossing the entire base, looking for missing comm gear. You know anything about that?
No, why would I?
I don't know. You used to think Deva Yessa was the devil incarnate.
Now
Now
you're
you two are
BFFs.
acting like best friends whispering in corners.
She knocked
Why
out.
don't you tell me what's really going on?
Nothing's going on, I swear.
Stop lying to me. You think I can't tell, but I know you, Dad. You've been lying to me ever since I got here. Before that, even. What's really going on with you?
Is he going to be honest? That's not exactly Ed's strong suit, you know, especially when it comes with vulnerability. Like, why he doesn't want to go back to Earth, for example.
He told me about his father when he got cancer. His dad was a Marine, tough as nail, but
Is that what he has?
towards the end, he was terrified. Weak. I don't want to wind up like that, Cal. Up here, I'm doing something meaningful. I'm building something. Something that could last after I'm gone. Place
A
where
legacy.
my grandson could live. possibly even his children too.
Why didn't you tell me all this before?
He's not the best at that.
I thought you... I think I was crazy.
I don't think you're crazy. Maybe a little.
I mean, he is a little crazy. But I wasn't.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm really not
I
feeling
should have been there for you and Alex.
good about Ed and Danielle, the way the season's ending.
And I never should have lied to you. Never.
Yeah, but now the CIA is looking into shit and KGB, and this might be real bad.
So you're gonna tell me what you and Dev are up to?
Oh, I thought that he was. Ooh. Time for the full honesty, Ed. Yeah, I had a feeling. Dude, it's just the CIA and the KGB. If you didn't think this was gonna get rough, you were very naive. Oh, he might not know who they are, to be fair. Is he just gonna confront? Okay, I thought we were being sneaky. That's not very sneaky. I can see your whole face. Oh.
Call the guys.
This is real bad. So much ketchup. He's gonna get shot. Yep. 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 I fucking knew it. His poor fucking wife. She's gonna be like, why was he in this hotel room? Why did he do this? Like, what the fuck is going on? Oh, Marco. You are not at all safe. You are not at all fucking safe. Damn it, Sergey. Okay, where to start? I guess at the end. I am sad that that's the end of Sergey's story. I'm sad that that's how the end of his story plays out. I'm not surprised. I feel like I'm surprised that he got like 10 years of normality and happiness and just boring day-to-day life, you know. I feel really bad for Margot, who obviously is like more fucked than ever, really, if we're thinking about it, because if Irina and her lackeys are the ones who did that, who, you know, took care of Sergey, which I can only assume that that is who it was, then Margot is more unsafe than ever, because they would know that she had been talking to him, and they might know that she was possibly planning to leave, which just puts a huge target on her. So I'm quite concerned about that. I just knew that when they had that moment and he put his hand on her hand and he's talking about like, we could have this beautiful, happy life together. It just seemed too good to be true. And mostly because I don't trust this show to let anyone be happy. Yeah. Yeah, that was very unfortunate. I also, like, when he was thinking about leaving with Margot, I'm like, sir, you have a wife, right? Like, is she just sitting at home wondering where the fuck you are? Now I'm like, I feel even worse for her because, sure, she just seemed like a nice, boring person, you know? There was nothing wrong with her. Like, she obviously loved him. She chose him. And now he's just going to be found in, like, a motel room. What looks like having, you know, offed himself. And she's just going to be left wondering, like, why and what happened and everything. Because she doesn't seem like the type of person that would be like, oh, I wonder if his former life caught up with him. I mean, I don't even know to the extent that she knew of his former life. So I feel bad for Margot because she was thinking about it. She was dreaming about it. It's just really sad. It's just really sad. I really liked Sergey. I am not surprised. I will be surprised if in the next episode everything's good with, like, Ed and Danielle, because I also am very concerned about what's going to happen there. Sorry, you guys, that just really, like, took my wind out of my sails at the very end there. I feel bad for Miles because obviously he's being tortured by the CIA and the KGB, and I'm curious as to what he'll tell them, who he'll give up. Like, obviously that's just a really shitty thing, and, like, that's horrible that that's happening to him. In a way, I'm glad that I am not attached to his character, because I would be way more concerned and upset by that series of events happening. But because I have detached myself from his character after everything that happened with Ilya, I am sort of just like, as a human, I think that that really sucks, because I think that that's really fucked up to do to another human regardless. But if it was like Ed or Danielle or Kelly or somebody else that I actually really cared about, I would be a lot more upset, you know? So I'm glad that my decision to not get emotionally attached to Miles has thus far been successful. I'm glad that they did the whole thing that they did with Ilya to further cement that I not have to get too attached to him. Now, I still don't want to see anything super fucked up happen to him because, again, he's a person. I'm also concerned about the North Korean commander. I'm not really sure. I think his name is Cho, right? They said Cho. So I'm concerned about what's going to happen with him because I don't know how injured he is. I don't know, like, if at any point they let him go, he's going to tell. Although, if Lee is the only one who speaks English, I don't know who he could tell. I mean, I guess North Korea, which would be bad enough because Lee was involved and he saw him. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure how that is going to play out, and I'm interested to see. I'm also interested to see if Ed is going to end up being honest with Kelly. I like that, like, after he had his emotional, vulnerable moment with her, she's like, okay, thank you, but now tell me, like, the full truth. Like, love her. Like, some of the stuff isn't really relevant anymore. Like, I was wondering where Sergey's wife thought he was. I was unsure about how I felt about Sergey and Margot going forward because I've always shipped them. Like, I've always thought they would be so cute together. But he is married. Well, was, I guess. But he was married, and that, for me, is kind of like, that would be pretty fucked up. Like, you're just gonna leave your wife and not let her know what happened to you. Maybe, in a way, less fucked up than her finding out this, but still. I don't know how Margot is going to take it. I don't know how Aleda is going to take this. I don't know if Aleda is in danger. Oh my god, I didn't even think about that. Is Aleda in danger now? Are her kids in danger? Her husband? Like, if they found Sergey, they probably know that he went to her house. I don't want Leda to be in danger, you guys. Fuck. I didn't even think I'd have to worry about her. I do think it is very on brand for Ed to say that he always thought he'd go out in a blaze of glory. And his fear of, like, being forgotten and forgetting who he is and living in a nursing home, I think is very valid. Yeah. I can't really talk about that whole thing because my dad had a form of Parkinson's, which is called corticobasal degeneration. And so just kind of the life that he imagined is, I just can't talk about it right now. But, yeah, I think that people will love you, right? Like, I know nobody wants that to be the end of their life, but, the people who love you will still be there, and they'll still be grateful that you're there. That's all I'll say. That scene really got me, and I just really tried to shut it down because I can't think about it. Yeah. Also, like, I am worried about all the characters that I love. Like, what does the end mean for Margot? What does the I'm worried about Kelly. I'm worried about Danielle, her being so excited to see her grandchild's, like, first steps, first words, terrifies me for her because she better be there. You know? This show is not shy about killing people, so I just have zero trust that anyone I love is going to ultimately survive. Like, let's say they make it to next season. They'll probably get taken out at some point then. You know? The amount of trust I have in this show to not kill off a character is zero. Zero. Maybe, like, -10, actually. Because, like, I know they will. I wonder what is going to happen if/when they catch, like, Ed, Dev, Samantha, all the rest of the people that are involved in this, because they already framed, like, the people who went on strike, and then that horrible accident that happened. They already framed that as, like, a terrorist attack, which is not what it was. It wasn't even, like, something that happened on purpose. It was an accident. So I really am concerned about when these people get discovered, because either they will get discovered before it happens or they will get discovered after it happens, right? Like, there's no real way for them to never get discovered, because that's kind of, like, they'll get discovered at some point. I worry what label is going to be placed on them, and therefore what punishment they might receive due to that label. You know, I'm very concerned about it. Unfortunately, I now know why this episode was called Brazil. And I know that Brazil is actually code for fantasy, pipe dream, nice idea that will never happen because fucking Arena. I'm just sure that it was her. I hate that Sergey thought he escaped. He thought he was safe. I knew when they started showing him that something bad was going to happen, though. There was no reason for them to have that scene of him. Anyway, all that we have left of For All Mankind is the finale of season 4, which, if you're watching this on YouTube, you can see right now over on Patreon, which is linked in the description down below, as well as my entire full-length reaction to this episode and every single episode that has thus far aired of For All Mankind. Again, if you're watching this on YouTube, they are all available over on Patreon. I am nervous and excited to go into this finale. I fully expect that someone that I love is also not going to make it. So, I'm going to try to find my Kleenex because I'm already still a little bit stuffy from the flu. I'm gonna need my Kleenex if someone else dies. Because, like, I'm not ready. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, if you want, you can like, comment, and subscribe if you aren't already, because it really helps me out. And yeah, I hope to see you guys next time for Season 4, Episode 10, aka the last episode that has currently aired of For All Mankind. Until then, bye guys!